And I'm Corey.
And Paradise is officially closed.
Oh, that's right, for the
Oh,
season.
closed.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been quite a journey, and we have to wrap it all up, but I thought, why not bring in one of our favorite couples from Paradise?
Great idea.
Please.
Kendall and Jen!
Hi! Yay! Welcome back.
Thank
you. I'm always
Welcome
here.
back.
Thank you for
I know.
coming. Love it.
I had a fun celebrity sighting.
When?
This is good.
So this
When?
weekend, I may or may not have had a drink,
Good
and
for
I may
you.
or may not have been, you know, a man about town.
Yeah.
And who do I see when I turn to my left?
I'm assuming a big celebrity.
How can you miss them?
These
These
two.
two!
These two.
Hey.
I was super excited.
Wait, did you say hello?
I sure did. It was only slightly awkward
Oh my
for me.
gosh!
I was like, I'm drunk. Hey!
These two are a happy couple, but we want to
couple.
break down what's happened with everybody else, and then we want to find out what's going on with you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, you guys were our top left. By the way, this was where you were from the beginning, not
Yep.
even
Yeah.
just because you're
Big
going to be
fans.
here. You know, top left is always the fave.
I'm pretty sure I was on the left. Like I was.
Yeah,
the
but then
first
you were
one on the
replaced by
left.
someone else. Who
Here we go.
Jenna and Jordan, Crystal and Chris,
I know.
both engaged. Did you see that coming?
This one especially.
Jinx.
That one I didn't see.
Jordan and Jenna. I thought they were fun,
I
but I thought it would
thought so.
fade.
Yeah.
I
Right?
thought Jordan was so into Jenna. Like I felt like they were.
Jordan's your
really
boy,
strong.
right? You love him.
I like Jordan. I didn't think they were gonna get engaged. No, I thought Chris and Crystal were.
Yeah,
Really?
definitely.
And I was
Okay,
saying
so-
that the entire time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, so let's talk about some people that didn't work out. Shoshana and Robbie, it never had a chance.
I don't think
No.
that is
Too
true.
late.
They never
Too
had a
late.
chance. Olivia and John, they stayed together and then broke up apparently after Paradise.
Yeah,
But
that was
never-
Really
my
walked
thing.
away.
Yeah.
Astrid and Kevin.
Well,
I
wait,
love them.
They're like,
Yes, they're like
Second
Mama and
favorite
Papa of Paradise.
I never thought they would
definitely.
break. I thought
And so
they
we
would
think
stay
that they're
together.
going strong now.
I
Ish.
think that Kevin was so much in his head.
he was the you.
He's
was
saying,
that
yeah, he
couple.
But
was.
he had been through it 3 times, right?
I know.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was weird with them because they were really strong.
I was
the whole time.
I was so surprised they didn't end up together.
He was
at the
very
end of it.
emotional.
But now they're working
But
on
now
it.
they're working on it, and I feel like that's going to end positive. You guys,
I know.
we have got to talk about Annalise and Camille. By the way,
I was shocked.
I
I was
At
so
the
shocked.
No, you were not.
No, I was.
We all saw that
I was
coming a
shocked.
mile
Oh,
away.
I saw that coming.
We were like,
oh
no
my God, I
way.
knew that was
Don't
coming.
laugh, it's fine.
Not a
Nobody-
chance.
She was going the whole time. Quit laughing, quit laughing. I wasn't laughing.
He was nervous
I was
laughing.
just, I was like,
There was no
No, I-
way.
It was awkward.
I really thought that was coming.
I honestly think he thought that was the best way to do it, as opposed to faking that they were together.
Well, here's the thing. He came off looking like the biggest jerk of that show.
I love that she left and came back though, because she was
Yeah.
so good. When
Yeah,
she
because
came
she
back.
needs to have
And
a
what did
backbone.
Tia say? Tia was like, oh,
Do it, do it, do it.
I was like,
You
Whatever
get
she
in there, you
something.
get him.
She just said,
dude, is there anybody we missed? Oh, Jordan and Cassandra. Wait, this was my favorite one because Cassandra came in and she was like,
He looks so
okay.
much different with hair.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
know.
it was
He's
him.
a completely different
He's hotter
person.
without hair, I think. But she came in and she was like, okay, well, like we just met, but I like where it's going, and so like I would maybe see it work. And then he was like, so we're not.
yeah, we're
gonna
done.
use
We're
this."
done. We're done.
We're
We're good, right?
That was so sad. So really, the successful couples, Chris and Crystal, Kendall and Joe, Jenna and Jordan, and Astrid and Kevin. Here's what I have to know though, because I'm not gonna lie, I was on, like I said, an emotional roller coaster with you two because you guys seemed like the strongest. You guys and Kevin and Astrid, I felt. And then, what happened? You freaked out.
I did freak out. I tend to freak out a lot in relationships, and I think with Joe and I, it's such an expedited experience that I got in my head way too much. And I think that last day, what I shouldn't have done is I shouldn't have gone to bed. I should have actually talked with Joe and figured it out, and I didn't. And then the next day was a rose ceremony, and so we weren't able to see each other the entire day, and it kind of just built up.
know that. I didn't realize that.
They don't
I
let
did think
you
it was
see
interesting,
each
though. I
other.
wondered that.
And so Joe, it kind of seemed like you knew that when you finally did see each other that it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, I knew. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew right away.
Oh yeah?
Yep. I knew by her change in her attitude.
My demeanor.
But did you think that it was ever going to turn around? Like you knew you knew that in that moment, like you knew that you'd get off the show and then you'd probably reach it like
I
touch
didn't
base.
know.
No, I actually thought I was probably gonna be the next Bachelor.
He did.
You did? I feel like to me,
You know what? I just figured.
That's
I'm
a
like,
fun head on a pillow.
No, but the truth is, when you get broken up on a show like this,
it's in the realm of possibilities.
yeah,
The odds are in your favor.
Yeah, and I remember I was like upset and I was mad, and then I was like,
He was gonna look good no
All
matter
emotions.
what.
So what we don't get to see is like who do you hang out with?
girlfriends.
Yeah, like
Gal
girlfriend. Like,
pals.
who
Do like all the girls go and
we were gonna see that.
Viviana and Astrid.
Yeah, so those are your
The
girls.
coolest ones.
So
That's who I would
much.
choose.
The girls,
Yeah.
And
They're
you,
like,
present company excluded, obviously.
but I love them.
We actually hung out all the time.
We did.
And then she said at the end that she barely knew me and broke up with me. So, I don't know where that.
But
where
you
that
guys
came
were,
from.
there was no drama. You guys were cool. You'd always see each other just like hanging out in the background.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
you weren't like up in the front causing a riff or
No,
anything.
we kind of just had our own drama within ourselves.
I mean, I figured you guys would end the season together, but I didn't know if you guys were gonna end up together.
I think we thought we were gonna end the season together too.
So did I. I didn't think he did.
I think the entire time we kind of planned that.
Had you not freaked out, and you guys would have made it to the end, and Joe would have proposed.
Great question.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, that was another good question. Okay.
No question, Kendall.
I mean, we were not there yet.
No, we weren't
Okay.
there yet. Yeah, we just kind of figured that it was better when we went along our own timeline as opposed to feeling like we had to force something.
Well, that's what I don't understand about the people who like left the show and just like decided not to do the fantasy suite. I'm like, well, I mean, you guys are excluded because you had your moment.
Yeah.
But like the people who don't do the fantasy
Yeah,
suite,
we're
it's like,
done.
you
We're
don't
gonna
have to-
leave.
You don't have to get engaged. Like, there's no rules. Why don't you just go do the fantasy suite, get that dream, and then be like, nope.
Go have some fun.
If I had known, I didn't know the fantasy suite was the
Yeah, we
next
didn't
day
know
because
it
they
was
never
the next
tell you
day.
anything.
Yeah.
So I was like in my head I was thinking, oh, there's gonna be a bunch of girls coming next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Get while the getting's still good.
And I was
That's
like,
interesting.
dang, like I feel like I felt really insecure that last night, extremely insecure.
When you flew to Chicago,
Yeah.
and we saw that all take place, obviously, thank goodness there happened to be a camera
I
there.
know.
Lucky.
know.
Wow. Fortunate.
That was like, by the way, that was
Elevator open.
The elevator open. I was just standing there.
So when you decided to go do that, had you gotten him on the phone? Like, had you talked to him and?
Yeah.
So you had.
We had
Okay.
spoken a little bit, and we actually hadn't just like figured out what we were going to do. I think what we had decided was we're going to see each other as soon as possible and talk about it. And initially, I got my ticket before I even told ABC that I was even going to go.
Have you seen the taxidermy collection?
Yeah. It's
And-
not. It's cool. I have no problem with it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know.
He like wakes up in my bed and there's like a freaking thing staring at him.
You gotta name them. You probably have names for them already.
I do. I name all my
There's
taxidermy.
not that much. You don't have that much.
No, it's not like a huge room
No,
of like.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's just like a few.
But
See, I
honestly, I
wish
don't
you
even
wouldn't have
notice.
said that because that's how I envisioned it in my mind. And
Just
I
as
like
like,
that.
yeah.
Well,
Like
they
a
on
room.
that date with Ari and I, it's like a huge warehouse full
that's
of
right.
like.
I thought that was your house, maybe. You know.
Yeah,
so I just,
no.
No way.
A big thanks to Kendall and Joe for joining us today. I love you guys, and I'm very
Love
happy
you.
for you.
And we'll see you guys again in January when The Bachelor returns with Colton as the leading man.
Mark your calendars and comment below to tell us what you think.
And in
Yay.
the meantime, tell me your favorite thing about Joe.
Talk about ice cream flavors.
I think my favorite thing about Joe is that he's super bougie. You wouldn't know it. You would never know it. But he.
But like
it's
bougie
so
about what?
true.
Time for me to go.
You're
Clothes.
not going to talk. Really?
So bougie about clothes.
You're like an
Yeah,
onion.
yeah,
we
that
just
was a-
peel you and
So
learn
many
more.
layers.
Yeah, look at
You
that.
need someone with layers.
I do need someone with lots of layers, a lot to figure out.
I love a layer.